So, here I am wearing Colorado again today. There's a reason for that. So, the Avalanche are off to a 3-1 start. Matt Duchene has 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points in his first 4 games this year. Now, Coach Bednar has admitted that he's had conversations with Duchene. He's kept most of it private, and he has said that basically he told Matt, look, wherever your head's at, whatever's going on, you're here now, let's play. Winning has a funny way of making guys happy. If the Avalanche maintain this, if they can stay competitive, if that line continues to roll, why in the world would they trade Matt Duchene? Serious question. I know Duchene's the biggest name on the trade market. I know everybody's waiting for the shoe to drop. And I myself have said that Joe Sakic should trade Duchene, because if he doesn't, he's likely out of a job. But, yeah, wouldn't that be weird? Wouldn't that be strange? Wouldn't that be mind-blowing? If at the end of this year we see a competitive Avalanche, I'm not talking about whether or not they make the playoffs, but I'm talking about like a 500 team plus, a team that's in the running, with a Matt Duchene scoring, say, 70 points, 65, 70 points, a team that's happy. Part of what I've seen over the last couple of years in Colorado isn't just a team playing badly, it's a team that's miserable. The players didn't want to be there. It looked like the coaches didn't want to be there sometimes. And it just seemed miserable. The start to this season, like I said, winning has a way of making people happy. The people who are like, I want to get traded, suddenly go, wait a minute, maybe we can do something here. Maybe this can work. Now, Peter Forsberg came out and said last week, and I didn't talk about it, but he said, if it were me, I'd have Duchene benched and I'd trade him. Forsberg's from the generation before this one, where hockey trades were still completely possible and easy-ish. I can't say completely easy, because no trade's ever easy when you're dealing with a major building block. And Duchene's a major building block. And when I've said that on a contending team, ideally he's a third-line center, it is not to demean his capabilities. Because a really good third-line center can get you to a Stanley Cup final, as long as the guys in front of him are good enough to keep him on that third line. I've never said Matt Duchene was a bad player. I've watched him in international hockey. I've watched him in tournaments where he's playing with really good players, and he's always fantastic. Then I watch him with the Avalanche, and something's missing. That something's there right now. Maybe playing on a line with a guy like Nail Yakupov, who's been told for years now that he's a failure. Maybe there's something to it. And maybe it's early in the season and it doesn't matter. I don't think Yakupov's going to keep up his scoring bit, but I didn't think Grabner would last year either. And he did. So, more power to Duchene and to the Avalanche, because there's no team that's had more dumped on them over the last couple of years. I think the exit that Patrick Roy made was dramatic, and I think it upset the team in terms of its direction, in terms of its leadership, in terms of its vision. And I think they were set back for last season. That whole season's just a wash. You can forget it. And they really need to capitalize on this start. And the smartest thing maybe that Sakic's done is not do anything. Maybe that's it. Maybe all it took for the Avalanche was winning 3 out of 4, and maybe that'll take the pressure off. The Avalanche have a really good young team. Yeah, their blue line needs some help. Their blue line needs some work. Absolutely. I am totally in agreement there. But if Duchene doesn't want to go, and Duchene's playing the way he has been over the first week of the season, why in the world would you trade him? Every year, it's a fresh start. It's a blank slate. And when you view it that way, and as a GM, you kind of have to, and you're in Colorado, and you've got so many good young players, it's not like they have to trade Duchene for draft picks, because they have all kinds of good young players already, and they got Makar coming up too, who may very well help fix the blue line problem. All they have to do is patch it up till he's ready. Yeah, if they fall out of this, if this is just a blip on the radar and they lose their next 15 in a row, sure, then Duchene, the conversation probably shifts again to, well, we could get rid of Duchene. But I've said I don't know that Duchene's the piece that I would trade if I was Colorado. I really don't think so. I think there are other parts of this team you could look at possibly trading. I don't know that Duchene's the guy. I'm not getting into who instead right now, because that's a whole other conversation, and that's only if and when they start falling. And then we can have that conversation. But for right now, I honestly don't see Duchene going anywhere. I still see all these articles on any hockey-related website, on any Canadian sports website. Where's Duchene going? Duchene's going here. Duchene's going there. I honestly don't think he's going anywhere. And I really believe that. I think that with the start they're on, they'd be crazy to trade him. They'd be insane to trade him. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. And like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.